Welcome everybody back to session 31. Jeez, this is like the longest game I think I've ran.
I'm so glad my salute came through on the stream.
Oh, we've been live for a few minutes on this time.
Awesome.
I made sure not to it was right at the end of one rant. The actually is now documented and I have that recorded. So
Nice.
I can put that as a separate thing, part of the podcast of junk that needs to go
the
up.
outtakes.
But welcome back, everybody. I don't have to rush anywhere, as you can see. She's right there this week, so I don't have to.
Hi.
I'd have to leave and deal with traffic. Slightly, dude.
You'll have to go put her in the car, drive her somewhere, drop her off, drive her on the block, pick her back up.
No, that's next week with for roller derby practice stuff. But
Cool.
Quick thing, we will not be here next week as it is Thanksgiving. Some people are traveling for it. Some of us will be drinking for it. And I may do a stream. I may pick up PUBG and do that on there. So that's why I can try and get some sort of bird dinner beforehand. But yeah, so this week we'll be a little bit of a break after here for 2 weeks. Back. But so, do you guys remember what we were doing last time?
The only thing that I remember is, of course, the only thing that's important. It was the going back to the tavern in the side of the mountain.
Taking a break from the serious again.
Yes, where Wyland was able to get those bastards who tricked us into drinking the foot ointment our first time around. I was able to get them to drink it in a little bit of revenge, and it was wonderful.
See, he acts like he's all upset about it now, but he spent multiple sessions in a row defending it and still trying to get the rest of us to drink it.
Wyland was the living definition of soon, as we were going through everything. But no, what else did we do?
After spending the first half of the campaign in some sort of foot ointment Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah. Let's see. We got things going in Airmore as far as just kind of getting them back on track, getting some defenses built and motivated in the proper direction. We then bought some stuff. I think we got that. Did we get that in Haven? Can't remember.
Yes. Haven, it had a decent amount of supplies because they're usually the ones outfitting people to go into the ruined city.
We got at least a couple of antidotes or something, right?
We got some booster potions. We got some antidotes. Got some salves. I think we got a number of things. Then we are headed off to Merrick. And, of course, we stopped at the Mountainside Tavern. And they drank the foot juice. And I think that might be where we left off. At the very least, that's where I have my last note at.
That sounds about right to me, I think.
Yep.
We haven't actually arrived in Merrick yet, I don't think. Also, I've determined that...
I think did we just show up, maybe?
You were just arriving in Merrick at the end of the last one, because you're basically just having a non-clip show, as we were saying. Because of going through all the places that you were at before.
Just before we started today, I went and finally spent most of that XP that I've been hoarding, and I've discovered that my only bottleneck to the next level right now is I have to go boss around a whole bunch of bats to level up. I have so at this point we need to have 8 of our talents at rank 5. To advance to 5th circle. I've got 7 of them at 5.
What are these great adventurers known for? That tiny one is known for his sword skill. The troubadour for his stories. That guy for yelling at bats and being the Disney princess of darkness.
I would watch that movie.
Yeah, before we get in, let's thank our unofficial sponsor, since I haven't done this joke in ages.
Yay!
Thank you.
By ages, you mean a week or 2?
No, I haven't actually had a Dr. Pepper on
hasn't.
stream since before I moved, because there's no fucking vending machine in this area.
Have you tried something called a grocery store?
That's where I got this. I try not to keep it in the house because I will down it too quickly. I am a fat dude. So
Yes. I know that feeling.
I am a fat dude.
But yeah, so I
Ooh.
have 7 of my talents at rank 5, and you have to have one of them at your current circle. And all I've got to work with that circle for is Command Knife Flare and Spirit Hold that are at 1
Jeez.
and 2.
Okay.
So I have to go boss around a bunch of bats and owls for a while now.
You're doing much better than I am.
I'm probably going to do a bit of that while we travel just to practice.
Have you done all your XP spending?
Well, I did some XP spending. Well, I'm in the process of XP spending to up an attribute, but we kind of glossed over that a little bit last episode. But I will be also, yeah. Well, once I become unwounded, I'll be spending some time
You should
to
be
update.
unwounded by now. It's been a few days, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been about.
Was it?
Yeah, because it was like at least 5 days of travel through the mountains.
I mean, you were getting close before we left town. You were maybe a day or 2 away when we left town, I
Okay.
think,
All
if
right.
I remember correctly.
Such is the life of incomplete notes. There we go.
How about Kaja? How he spent his stuff?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So how are you looking
You're
for
probably
your...
already ready for 5th circle, aren't you?
2 more.
Okay.
Really?
I need. Yeah.
Okay. So which ones do you
I'm
have
only
left?
1 talent away, but I've got to get like 3 more ranks on it.
Oh, sure.
I need A rank in any 2.
Okay. And Troubadour, sir, I'm guessing you're like a rank or 2 away from...
Well, no, I've got. Once I spend, I'm going to be able to get there pretty damn quick because I have a large number of XPs. But
Oh, yeah. So essentially, the past few days, except for your little romp in making people drink the foot juice and getting rid of your final supply, it's been a peaceful enough that you can do some basic training and such as that, or healing, and as you go about, like taking breaks to do any sort of physical training, verbal, just by talking to your friends here, any travelers that pass your way. So it's essentially, you can background note that what you spent and how it got worked up.
Will
The
do.
good news, guys. I have my Tiger Spring up to 1d6 now.
So you're not going to get a 0 anymore. Then is that what you're saying?
Yeah, as long as I'm using Tiger Spring and not just natural initiative, in which case I can still get -1.
Nice.
The magical
Maybe.
things that can happen when you're rolling a d4 -2. Let me tell you.
God. Then all the
This is what
negatives
happens
that
when you have significant initiative penalties, and you don't have much dexterity to begin with.
But yes, you are entering the town of Merrick. It is obviously an older town. It's rebuilding itself. As you can tell, you can see signs of trade from the small fort area that you guys were in for a little bit, where you encountered the light bearers and got your crystals of power. You can see like bits of that trying to rebuild them, even still now, years after opening the Care's opening, time passing. So, as you enter the town, what do you do? What do you look for? Where is everyone going?
Good question.
Yeah, are you looking for anything specific in the town? Remember, is there you just going in and seeing if anything sticks out to you?
Yeah, probably
yeah,
that.
that one.
Okay.
Just not much.
That's
else
where we're
to-
going to start.
Yeah, we don't really have a whole lot to go on.
No.
Okay. Chris, is that what you're doing?
Chris has
Wyland,
muted
did you do it?
himself.
Sorry, I muted myself here while I was making some adjustments. Yeah, we want to definitely go and try and find any evidence or hint of these guys. Do we know when they left Aramore? Did they leave by airship or did they leave by land? Or
You know that they have stolen the captain's original ship, the
Okay.
smaller ship that you guys had traveled on, but you're not sure if the whole force went by that or where direction they went. All you know is that that one ship was stolen from.
All right, I think that'll be probably Wyland's first thing is he's going to look and see if the captain's ship is here, and then make a note of that if that's the case. But if it's not, then he might inquire as to any recent airships that have come in and out.
Okay. If you have a skill or a talent that can be useful for this, roll that. Otherwise, charisma to try and talk people up.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of.
He's got
Well,
charisma.
You
it's
two,
either going to
you two-
be. It's either going to be streetwise or etiquette.
I would go with streetwise, trying to talk up people.
Okay.
I would argue that this could possibly fall under half magic for a troubadour, which would mean he gets to add a +2 to his charisma check
Would this be? But is this a?
if the DM agrees.
Is this
that-
an interaction test? I guess it
Yeah.
would be.
Yeah, it'd be interaction with a bunch of people you never really met.
Well, let's see. Troubadours make half magic tests for knowledge of legends, myths, folklore to their home province people. They may also make half magic tests to identify instruments and performing arts of different areas. So saith
Mm.
my character sheet or the write-up. So I can roll streetwise. I'm okay with
Yeah,
that.
because
My skill's not too
since
bad.
you're not really doing a lore thing, you're just asking, "Hey, have you seen a giant fucking ship fly here, or anything like that?"
Where's that giant fucking ship?
8. All right. You're able to deduce by going around and talking to people, just piecing together information. There's been no real airships that passed over here, but there has been a small influx of travelers coming to and fro. Most of them have been going up northwest or northeast towards the town of Airmore and Haven. Over the past few months, I've been trying. There's been some work. There's been talk of building a town there, so people are going. And very rarely, there's been a few people heading back south, away from the town. And there was one about 2 days prior to your arrival. Small band that came through and stayed a night, and then left.
This band that came in, they did not come in by airship though.
Oh, from what you were able to gather, they came in with horses and such.
And they came in from the northeast.
Yeah.
And then they
There's-
left. They left that same way.
They left going south, as
They
if
left going
leaving
south,
that
right.
area.
All right.
You other two can roll charisma checks if you want to see if you can, pick up any other information.
Might as well try, but also trying to remember: is this the town this is the town where we first met them and chartered with the boat, right?
Yep.
No, that's
No.
the next town.
Citrus.
Oh, right.
Over.
An 8 as well.
Charisma. What the hell is my charisma?
Okay.
5.
If this is someone I've never met before, let's first impressions as well.
Okay. Yeah, there's a decent amount of people in town. Grigori, you kind of get half about the information that Wyland and Kaja get there. Kaja, you're able to make a decent impression on a few people. You even got an offer to stay at a nicer place because they like to cut your jib. But as for getting information, pretty much they come back with the same thing, that there's a few people who came from northeast. Most of the time that's becoming a rarer and rarer thing because most people are going towards that way and staying there. And that they stayed at this one inn that is just on the edge of town, that it's not unpopular, but it's not the most stayed at.
And they're still there.
Let's go there.
They left the day before you arrived.
Let's go there, see if there's any information, and then head on south. No reason to.
Yeah, sounds good.
So
Kick the fucking door in. Start the scream. No.
kick the door in, you just see a giant bastard there hit you with a hammer. What?
Clink.
All right. So you go to the edge of town, and there is this small inn. It looks like it has probably about 4 or 5 rooms at the most. It's pretty much looks similar to somebody's house that they just have empty rooms around. You see no real official sign except for just a symbol denoting inn, little bed with some food near it. As you enter, it
Straight to the point.
is pretty much an open room as you go inside. It looks as if it was meant for multiple families to live there instead of one family. It doesn't have as much of a cozy feel, but you can tell this was never meant to be. So, you go in, you see a nice large fire pit with a hearth with like a bunch of cooking instruments there, a table, and you see a man behind behind what looks like a makeshift bar, just cleaning up some dishes.
I'll do my best, Obi-Wan from Attack of the Clones. Hello there.
He just looks up here. Ah, new guest staying. So we haven't had many people come through. So, would you like a room here?
Out of curiosity, what time of day is it?
It is dusk.
Perhaps we're actually looking maybe for a little bit of information first. We're actually looking information in the sense that we're looking for acquaintances of ours.
Oh,
There was a group that was here. What? How long ago did you say that they were here, Kaja?
A day, 2 at most.
we had some people check in about 2 days ago. They checked out last night. Actually around noon yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, they stayed a
did
night. They talked a bit, then they left. Seemed
Did
really.
they say?
Sorry.
No, please continue. I'm sorry. Pardon my rudeness.
Oh, they seemed really intent on getting to where they were going. More, they just needed to stop for their horses more than them.
Interesting. Did they say where they were headed? Because this
Um,
may not be the group that we were looking for.
They're going down to Beatrice, and they're going to take the river and see about eventually trying to make it to Europa.
Oh. I see. Do we know what race these raiders were?
We know our orc friend?
1
Or
second. Look up her.
troll lady.
No car. She's a troll. Yes.
Okay. Was there a female troll amongst them?
Ah,
That would
that
certainly be
may
somebody who'd be
remember.
very recognizable. So
He just starts sitting there like pondering. You start noticing all the grays, and they're just like, I think there may have been.
I'll put some silver down on his bar as well, just in case there's your memory needs a little bit of grease.
Oh yes, there was one female troll, and one male orc, and a couple of humans came in. Yeah.
Oh, I see. And
Amazing
then
the
you said,
magical properties some metals have.
Did you know that this metal can also grease palms? So.
yeah, it's
It
amazing.
has
how that
mystical
works.
memory enhancing properties.
So so you said they were here for a day. They left just yesterday, and they were headed south.
Yes, sir, my dear. That's.
Mm.
Are you trying to catch up to them? Did they take off before you?
Yes, they were. You see, we're kind of all part of this group. We were supposed to rendezvous because there is a collective job that we were all looking to be taking, and the female troll, she was meant to kind of wait for the rest of us to get there, but clearly she must be she's very motivated to get where she's going, and so we'll have to just try and catch up with her.
It's always sad when you have one trying to undercut you, isn't it?
Well, I don't know if she was so much trying to undercut us. I mean, it certainly could be a possibility, but she's very competitive. Let's just put it that way.
Yes. Well, she seemed to be quite in control of the other group, so I'm surprised that she would have such. Well, you seem a bit headstrong, and he seems good at taking orders. Points to Kaja, just kind of quietly standing there. I'm assuming.
He's
Yeah,
team
pretty
move.
much. Just listening.
But yes, they stayed here and then they headed out. If you want,
see.
you can have the room they stayed in and see if they left anything behind.
It's a good idea.
And there's always
Yeah.
always somebody leaving something behind, and if their friends come to claim it, then well, that's it. If not, then I get to sell it.
Exactly. So yeah, we'll be more than happy to take your room. And what's in the menu for dinner tonight?
Tonight, depending on if Ma can finish killing it, it's cracked bill stew or veggie stew.
Both sound quite appetizing. I think that yeah, we'd be all we'd be all happy to have some of that. I think, huh?
Food just tastes better when have to work for it. Yes.
I'm trying to
Very
remember
true.
which one of you was the one that was getting fucked over by the poison of the crack bill from the original games.
I don't
Gosh.
remember either.
Yeah, I don't either.
Was it Kaja from that groan?
No, I don't think so.
I think it was me or Wyland, but I don't
Yeah.
remember.
I just
Yeah, I have
remember
this
one of you
feeling I wanna
kept
say it
getting
was me.
poisoned.
We kept getting paralyzed. I don't remember
Yeah.
who with it.
That I think was me.
Yeah, I don't remember getting paralyzed.
Paralyzed, and then it run right over you.
But now I have this mental image of a aging innkeeper's wife fighting a crack bill out back of the kitchen now.
Just this old granny with a knife. Come at me, you little bitch. Come on.
Bring it.
I mean, we could go help her if she wants, unless she wants all that XP for herself.
Granny's got dinner to make, and she ain't waiting for you.
Granny's an eighth circle something or other.
Yeah.
He's an 8-circle warrior.
Yeah.
But he leads you to the room that they were staying in. It was one of the rooms. It was the room closest to the door. When you go inside, it looks fairly standard, as if there's a bed, and you can see some areas where the furniture was moved around for bedrolls to be placed down. But looks pretty standard.
Let's give it a good once over.
Right. Oh,
Would love to. Suppose this would be a perception type thing, huh?
I found it.
Hey,
If there's a nit to find, I found it.
you know that secret corridor area? I found it.
I just walk into the room and immediately point straight at whatever it is.
Your new fancy goggles helped you find it.
I don't know. I'm not wearing those things. I think Kaja has those.
I can't find a damn thing.
I think Kaja wanted them. I don't know if he took them from you or not.
I don't want them.
Sure, hell yeah.
But you're wearing your silly brass goggles now. All right, but yeah, Grigori walks in, and you all
I
start,
almost stepped on it.
you all start looking over the room, trying to see if there's anything. Grigori, you kind of move a couple things, and you see a note left behind with a
I must have Sherlock Holmes did. I just deduced where it would logically be.
Yeah. You basically, they're looking everywhere. You go to the top drawer of the little cabinet next to the bed, and it's like, yep, it's right here. Here. Yeah.
It's a bedside table. What are you looking under bed for?
That's amazing. That's impressive.
But upon doing so, you see there is a small note tied around a little dagger left in there.
Alrighty.
As you open up the you just open up and read it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Do it.
you
It says I prepared explosive runes today.
it says, "What's that behind you?" Haha, got you.
And then we all have a laugh, and then something stabs us from behind.
Then you laugh. The innkeeper laughs. The knife laughs. You kill the knife. Good time. No, you sit there and you start reading it, and it's It looks like just babbling, like somebody's arguing with themselves as writing, until finally it comes down to, adventurers, I see you made it. Hopefully. To the east there is a cave. There you will find some information for you. Something useful, something intriguing. That's
Does
all.
the arguing with self seem to imply that the traitor horror is aware of what's going on?
Um, yeah, pretty much from your. I'll give you awareness. Yeah, you can see kind of like that. It was trying to have a weird conversation with the Nokar, and that understanding. Yeah, Nokar's trying to use the traitor or use traitor as a way to get some information, but is obviously not allowing like just toying Nokar a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Because your understanding of it is that once possessed, it's very difficult to become
Yeah. So the thing knows that Milkar's trying to help us.
Yep.
Basically.
But
All right,
since it loves toying with people.
Well, it looks like we can expect them to expect us, but okay, let's. Actually, I guess we have time before sleeping. Why don't we go to the cave now? Unless it's really far away. Yeah.
The cave will take about a half a day, so by the time you get there,
okay, yeah, we better sleep first then. Okay.
Yeah.
Cave will be
yeah.
Pretty much right where where the mountain creeps into it.
Ah, okay.
We will head there in the morning.
I agree.
So, do you decide to stay at this inn? Do you go to another?
Might as well.
Okay.
Yeah, we can stay here.
It's around that time anyway.
10 silver for each of you for a nice little. Or if you all want to share a room, 15 each if you want your own rooms, which you could. There's plenty of space in this inn, and that includes food and breakfast.
Sharing is probably safer, honestly. To be honest with you.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring about my safety.
Just mine, no one else's.
Right. Screw the rest of you guys.
Well, I mean them too, but that's incidental.
Them too, but as long as I get out first, I'm happy. If those two come along, I'm even happier. If not, well, it's time to find 2 new friends.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, I have a spell that raises the dead. So.
True.
If I'm the only one that survives, that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Who says you have to give up friends? Friends never die.
Well, I mean, they can die as often as they want. It doesn't mean it's permanent.
But you're able to stay in there. You see, out comes the food, and it's got some bits of meat in there, but not a lot. From what you can figure out, it wasn't a big crack bill she took down. You do see her clothes stained a little bit with what you understanding is the poison cloud shit.
Memories.
something moonlight. But so he goes through. They exchange stories with the innkeeper and his wife. If you have any questions or anything you want to ask them, they seem pretty receptive to talking. If not, then just have a decent little convo, some food, and rest.
She's doing okay?
Yeah, she's doing fine. She just looks like she's got scratched up a little bit. But she was pretty happy with the fact she was able to take it down, like a bit of a personal grudge there.
Yeah, I don't think I've got any real pressing questions.
Me neither, but after dinner I'm going to go outside and boss around some bats for a little bit. Or owls or whatever's around.
Just imagine him go outside and start doing like the Disney princess, except shrieking, waiting for a bat to show up on his finger. Just whoop.
More or less, I suppose. Sure.
But yeah, you're able to find some bats. Yeah, um, boss them around, boss some owls around. And what do you other two do after like pretty much your meal?
I'm probably going to spend some time continuing my my training and whatnot and improvements there, and um, playing some music in the common room of the inn here, just because. And yeah, then I'll hit the sack.
Gotta keep in practice.
Got to keep in practice, man.
I'll just relax with Violent.
All right.
How you doing, buddy? How you feeling, Chikaja?
Angry. But I have to keep this under control, and we'll find things soon enough, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. You do you feel confident about what we're doing here? I mean, do you think we're on the right path?
We're on the only path, which is good enough for me as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. No, I can't argue with that.
It's the only thing we have. It's the only thing I can put any faith in. Go, we deal with this, kill this fucking thing, and get our family back.
Be nice to think it would be over once that happens, right?
Oh, it'll never be over, I feel.
Yeah,
It's
I'm with you on
never
that.
over.
And I don't think if it's not that thing, it would be the thing, the people that followed that thing, or the minions of that thing. You know, we may be resigning ourselves to a life of doing this. I don't know. It's tough to say right now.
Well, at least it's a fun way to live until something like this happens.
Well, yeah, that's true. It's for as difficult as it has been, I don't know if I would trade anything. It does beat staying at home.
At least back when it was a cave, it looks pretty nice now.
It does. It's true. Might be a nice place to come back to, at least to, I don't know, rest once a larger break comes in. I mean, there is, no place quite like home, I guess.
I can agree to that. It just holds up whatever the hell he's drinking for a toast.
Right back at you.
Crack Bill squeezins.
Drink that giant chicken juice.
Well, it does start to numb you a little bit then, if that's it.
Comfortably numb.
Yeah.
Depending on how quick you shoot it back, yeah.
Also a good sleep aid.
But you're able to get into the room. They bring in some basically a cot or two, and you're able to sleep through the night. Rather peaceful. It's the warmth of the fire is kind of spread throughout the whole building, fighting the cold that it is, the wind inlet that the mountain creates. And thus morning happens. You hear what sounds like a giant rooster, crowing at you. Or whatever the fuck they do.
It's pissed off because we ate its wife for dinner last night.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers. Gonna get you.
Let's nab some breakfast and I guess head out on our ways, guys.
They have a simple breakfast. You are able to basically some eggs, some basic what looks like pork and bread. And you're able to head on your way. You just head straight out there. Do you ask anyone else?
So I'll just reconfirm with the innkeep just to make sure that he said it was a troll, a couple of orcs, a couple of humans.
Yeah. I mean, they're your friends. Shouldn't you know who was all in the party?
Well,
or is she
yes.
prone to picking up friends on the way?
You have the right of it there. Yes, she's as we said, there was a number of people that were going to be met, and yeah, so it's possible there could have been more. I just want to make sure the numbers kind of match up, I guess.
Hmm.
But they appear to. So you've been most helpful, good sir, and I appreciate it. Your inn here is very quaint.
Thank you very much. Have fun storming the castle. Hope you don't die.
You and me both.
Okay. So
Heck
as you head out, you leave pretty early in the morning. Breakfast doesn't take too long. They try to make sure because they know a lot of people come in. They just want a nice stay, and so you're able to get there right before noon. As you start heading towards the Volcavic Mountains range there, you start noticing the inn or the cave. When you get closer, you notice it's a bit ornate around the entrance to it. And once you're close enough, you do realize that this actually looks like it's an abandoned care.
Hmm.
And
plenty of those around the landscape, so.
And right smack dab in the middle, it looks like there is a body that's kind of propped up there.
To what particular degree of freshness or lack thereof?
Do you guys try to do perception further away or awareness, or do you go up to it?
I'll go up to it. Yeah.
I'll try to see it while I'm seeing it. I don't see shit. Fine.
It looks
I'll
like
try,
a
but-
name giver.
It's not a windling. Maybe it's pretty far away.
Maybe
a
it's
really
really
fat one.
close. It's like maybe we're really close to it and we don't realize it may be a windling. But yeah, you can't really tell much from those. As you get closer, you notice it looks like freshly dead. Maybe a day or two at the most here. There's a note stabbed into its chest with a dagger that looks similar to the knife you found in the drawer in the inn, and it's just made on very quickly thrown together little bearings to keep it sprayed up and ready for you.
Lokar's just bleeding daggers as she goes. But they're cheap.
I'm gonna just do my best to see if there's any sort of trap attached to this body.
I can do
in
that.
dagger.
I can
Can
do
you?
that better.
Then
Danger
you know what?
sense.
You should do that.
Holy shit!
Well, maybe not.
Karma didn't do shit. All right.
Bro, there
Ouch.
is no obvious traps, and you don't
Nailed
have
it.
any sense of danger as you step closer to this.
In fact, I somehow feel like our families are safer with them.
Maybe we should all have a dead body in the house. It's like a scarecrow, except a dead crow.
God, that's embarrassing. 2d10, and it's both fucking Christ.
Snake eyes.
That's a but you get close. You don't see anything. Did you want to roll there, Island?
You know what?
Or-
I implicitly trust Kaja. So if he says nope, there's nothing here. There's nothing here.
All right. So
I mean, he's
how
rolled
much?
danger sense, so
How long of a fall is it to kill you? I'm kidding. No, there's nothing really as you get close to it. None of the ground seems disturbed except for where they planted the stake, the kind of body here. As you look at the note, it looks like it's written in the blood of this person. Just at the bottom is a creature that has answers to seek. Destroy it. Be closer to me.
Really hate horrors.
this is even mean.
Gregory, is this all? Are all of them this bullshit?
Most won't even talk, so I mean,
Well, let's go. Just gonna head down the fucking thing.
at least we're not up against one of the more Lovecraftian level of horrors.
No, because I have trouble with Lovecraft. Because I've never read it. So that's the issue.
Oh, you should.
Well,
It's great.
I've never read Lovecraft.
hilariously
A lot of things that are that style.
I think we have Lovecraft's like books, all like
Necronomicon.
the compendium of it, and I just need to put that in the restroom. So when I go,
It's so good, and occasionally you will just be blindsided by the hilarious racism because it's an old white guy in like the 1800s, early 1900s. I forget when.
Mhm.
So it's great. The stories are great, and then you're just smacked by the hilariousness of what the fuck? Why is that suddenly in there?
Yeah.
okay,
Don't be too surprised by that.
Let's just
Surprise
go in the
racism.
death cave.
so
Yeah, we'll light our little crystals up and head on down.
all right,
Pull the sword out.
as you start to head in, you realize this has a very peculiar setup. From what you notice, in the center there seems to be stairs heading down it like a downward spiral staircase. You know that some cares, they're very basic necessities. Some who had their time and effort, they put in a little bit of design. This one seems to really take it onto the design aspect.
Yeah, nice change of pace.
It's
Fancy
unnervingly
things
dark.
up a little bit.
Yeah. But it's a bit unnervingly dark in there.
That's to be expected. There might be some functioning light courses already in here, but maybe not all of them work anymore or got turned off. I mean, who knows?
So, as you walk in, please everyone give me, actually, whoever has an awareness. Well, which I think is just Grigori?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I have danger sense, which I think is similar.
Do
but
danger
in
sense, yeah.
specific, I think it's.
Well, I mean,
mostly just
awareness is a
traps or
talent,
sudden attacks.
but people can just do standard perception checks.
Okay,
The
fine.
same thing.
Right, perception check also from then.
Yeah. The only thing
I think-
awareness really is just an enhanced perception check. So
Yeah, mine's basically for traps and sudden attacks and like.
So, Wyland, you are just fascinated by the look of this place. It's from what little you can see with your crystal, it actually looks kind of ornate. Like they tried to spruce up their long-term home here. Aja, you feel a bit of something's not right as you start to approach the staircase. And Grigori, you're able to sense it enough that you help protect Wyland, like basically pull it out of the way. As you notice a giant spider pop out from what looked to be a burrow it was creating it for itself.
how giant are we talking exactly? Like
It just says giant trapdoor spider. It's
bigger than your mama.
pretty much.
damn, that's big.
Okay. So, as you get here, go ahead and fix your characters back up to full health and everything. Do that. Don't know why it stayed at times, but whatever. But yes. You have, I'll make it this, a giant trapdoor spider that lunged. I'm guessing Kaja was going first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds about like the size it's probably going to be if it's trying to trapdoor us.
So yeah, it's like the staircase is right about there. So right here, it's kind of leaped into right here as you pulled Wyland out of the way.
Hey Dakota, this really was the perfect time for actually using danger sense for once. Beautiful.
But
Thought-
with your danger sense, Dakota, you can actually get a free swipe on this.
Yeah.
Yay!
You're part of the surprise
Holy
round.
shit!
You still miss.
God damn it!
Right.
Jeez.
Wow.
Wow, that was fun.
Look at
Okay.
all these. Yeah.
Initiative rolls, please, gentlemen.
Da, 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 da. 5. Wow.
Let's
Ooh,
Tiger Spring.
Goodness gracious.
Let's bust out the whole D6 on this one, shall we? Oh, damn.
Wow. There you go.
Okay.